Uh, Good afternoon, Priyasha.
Yes, sir.
You are in Jabalpur or you are in Delhi or
Sir, in
UP?
Delhi.
You are in Delhi. Okay. Priyasha, you have a very interesting name. I've not come across your name. What's the meaning of your name?
Sir, it means someone who is beloved, loved by all.
Beloved. Your family loved you.
Yes, sir.
That's why they kept this name, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Priyasha, you are a civil engineer from
Yes, sir.
IIT Varanasi, and your subject is PSIR, right? Can you tell me what made you go towards civil services when you have a totally different kind of field?
Sir, although I had interest in civil engineering studying in my college, however, since the COVID lockdown period started, I came across many stories of many civil servants contributing to crisis management at that time and contributing directly to the society. I came
Hmm.
across many IAS officers' work who were doing much exceptional work during that time, and that inspired me to prepare for this exam
Hmm.
and do this
Don't
preparations.
you think if you had this kind of motive in mind, don't you think that if you joined some NGO, you could have served better?
So there are many other perks of joining the administration or the central services. The
Hmm.
first being the diversity which the Indian Administrative Service would provide me, the
Hmm.
various job opportunities in various sectors, and I would be able to interact directly with the public using that platform.
But
So
with
these
NGO, you will be interacting much more all the time, whole your life.
Yes, sir, it is true, but sir, the job satisfaction would be more to me in the IS or any other service, sir.
Right. And I found very interesting that your PSIR is your subject. So that clearly you have interest in PSIR. But the foreign service is your fifth option.
Yes, sir.
Why this discrepancy? I will use the word discrepancy here.
Sir, it is true that I have interest in the international relations and political science. However, sir, for the same reasons, I want to be in the IS because I want to serve domestically and stay close to my parents, firstly. And secondly, sir, I believe that the governance roles which the IS would provide me would give me better job satisfaction. And though both are equally respectable services, but it is my preference to be an IS, sir.
Okay. Okay. Uh, as a civil engineer, this Ram Mandir was very much in news. What was so unique about Ram Mandir from the civil engineering point of view that made it in a news?
Yes, sir. So, from the civil engineering point of view, firstly, the foundation of Ram Mandir was such that it was an artificially rock, concrete, compacted formation. So,
Hmm.
the whole soil was taken out and the concrete was filled in around 14 layers, 14
Hmm.
meters, and 56 layers. So,
Hmm.
that made it first. So, secondly, the iron has not been used in the temple at all because it is prone to rusting.
Hmm.
And thirdly, the temple is designed for a period of 1,000 to 2,000 years, and it is built using the stone architecture, the ancient temple architecture.
Hmm. So
And
how it is
also,
diff how is this different from the this when you say stone architecture? How it is different
sir, it is
from the
built on
normal
the.
concrete? Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
go
So,
on.
stone architecture is used, and various marbles from various places, for example, Rajasthan and Karnataka, have been used. And the
Hmm.
joints have been made from copper plates. So, it is less prone to rusting and will provide a more larger lifetime to the temple.
Okay. You said you have interest in international relations, right?
Yes,
I
sir.
heard you correct. Do you like any particular area of international relations, or you like everything?
Sir, I like following the news. Currently, there are many news going on in the bilateral relations as well as various groupings.
Like, can you give an example?
Sir, currently the India-US relations are in great news, and also the
Hmm.
G20 summit is going on.
Which
And
summit?
so G20.
Okay. Uh, Tell me, India-US relations, you mentioned. Do you think the way President Trump is conducting the international relation is conducive to the international relations, betterment of the international relations, or is it something missing?
Sir, Mr. Donald Trump has taken up a very different approach to politics and the diplomacy. Uh,
Hmm.
he's more interested in. It seems that he's more interested in appeasing his domestic politics or the vote bank politics, and
Hmm.
not. It cannot be called very conducive to the international diplomacy because under his rule, the U.S. has come out of the Paris deal, and he's threatening the reciprocal tariffs and various other provisions which threaten the liberal international order. So that can be said that it is not very conducive to the present uh, diplomatic relations.
Okay, thank you, Priyasha. Shrikant sir.
Sir, Priyansha, you in your application, you, of course, your birthplace is Ayodhya, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How do you feel Ayodhya at that time? And you might have visited after your birth sometimes in Ayodhya also. How do you see the Ayodhya developing now?
Sir, Ayodhya has developed a lot in the recent 2 years only. I have visited in 2021 and recently in the last year. So I have saw many infrastructural developments. The connectivity between Lucknow and Ayodhya has improved a lot. The ghats, the road have been widened, the Bhakti Path and Dharm Path, and uh, there are many hotels coming up in Ayodhya with the five-star chains also, and the
Okay.
ghats have also developed, sir.
And in your application, you have mentioned your permanent address is Lucknow,
Yes, sir.
but you claim your home state as Madhya Pradesh.
Yes, sir.
Why? How that you belong to? You born in Ayodhya, permanent address Uttar Pradesh, and mentioning Madhya Pradesh as your home state.
Sir, I've been living in Jabalpur for some time now, and I like the environment. I like the place very much. And secondly, sir, my parents are keen on settling in Jabalpur in the future. So, keeping that in mind, I think that I I would be more happier in MP as compared to.
Okay, okay. Suppose you get in an All India service, you are posted in Assam. How do you feel then?
Sir, I would be happy to serve in Assam as well because it is my dream to be serving in the All India service, and I would be happy to serve in any part.
Okay. Recently, G20 happening in which country?
Sir, in South Africa,
No, no. Recently,
Johannesburg.
some foreigners meeting, foreign ministers meeting was been held.
Yes.
What was agenda discussed? Any,
Sir, India and China discussed some of the issues related to their bilateral discussions, and I'm not very sure about the overall discussion which happened. Sir.
okay, okay, okay. And you might have heard of the administrative reforms commissions.
Yes, sir.
What was the main recommendations of the administrative reforms commissions? Whether first, yeah, second, whatever you remember.
Sir, with respect to the second ARC, there have been recommendations related to the RTI Act, the as calling it a keystone of the governance. Second was about the citizen starter or the Sevottam model, which it gave. Uh, so there have been recommendations about reforming the office of governor as well, and so there have been certain other recommendations.
Okay, okay. There is a 16th Finance Commission
Yes, sir.
now. Okay. What is the mandate of the finance commissions?
So the mandate in general is that it has to firstly decide upon a formula which would divide the central pool of divisible taxes both horizontally as well as vertically. So it would decide upon, for example, in the 15th Finance Commission, the 41% was given to the states, and there were certain criteria like income, distance, area, population, with respect to which it divided it among the states. And secondly, it also helps the state finance commissions in augmenting their revenues. and would advise the president on various financial matters as well.
Agree. When in economy we say that whenever you calculate your inflations and all, we use the term WPI,
Yes, sir.
CPI. What are these?
Sir, CPI is Consumer Price Index and WPI is Wholesale Price Index. So these
What they constitute?
W sir, there are many components. For example, in WPI, it is mainly from primary articles and manufacturing articles from the wholesale side, and CPI mainly tackles or takes into account the inflation on the consumer side.
Okay, okay, okay. And CPI and all is it is pronounced every year or every month. What is any idea?
Sorry, sir, I'm not sure about that.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And with respect to Madhya Pradesh is was in news because you stayed in Jabalpur. You are telling for last 10 years, Madhya Pradesh was in news. Is public service commission recruitments. Vapam case. Have you
Yes,
any
sir.
idea about that case?
Sir, there was a discrepancy in the appointment process. I'm not sure about the exact
Okay,
news. Sorry.
okay, 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 okay. How the Madhya Pradesh? What is Madhya Pradesh as a state? What's its economic strength today? Because you are having now recently in 1 or 2 days you are having a Madhya Pradesh global
Yes.
investors meet. Yeah.
Sir, as of now, the economic strength mainly lies in the agriculture sector because it contributes around 49% to the state GDP. And since many years, it is now also trying to industrialize its economy, and for that, various regional industry conclaves are being held. In last year, it was held in Jabalpur, and as of now, from starting from today, I guess there was a global investor summit. So it is inviting many investments into the industrial sectors, and with and there have been certain allocations for creating any infrastructure development projects like expressways, so that can also help in diversifying the economy of Madhya Pradesh. But as of now, it is mainly dependent on agriculture.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, Priyansha, how are you?
Hello, sir. I'm fine, sir. Thank you.
Priyansha, if I asked from your friends about you, what will they tell? How will they introduce you?
Sir, my friends would introduce me as a kind and compassionate person, and a person who is willing to listen to their problems if they face any. And they would mainly call me a soft hearted person and a kind person, sir.
Okay, good. You are a civil engineer now in civil services. What is the meaning of civil?
Sir, civil mainly comes from civilians or people in general, public.
Okay, and how administration is different from the governance?
Sir, administration can be called as a part of governance because governance is mainly governing the people, or so it is mainly governing the people or ruling upon the people with the consent of the people, and taking care of their service, giving them services and taking care of their needs. And administration is a similar term but can be called a part of governance. I'm not sure about the exact difference.
Okay, okay, no issues. What are the three important reasons behind imposing the president rule in Manipur?
So the three reasons can be: firstly, that there was a lot of discontent against the chief minister in Manipur, and the inability of the government to solve the Manipur crisis. And secondly, there was a lot of violence in Manipur, due to which the president held the fact that the governance of Manipur cannot be carried out in accordance with the constitution, and under Article 356, the president's rule was imposed. And thirdly, sir, that to build the trust deficit in the people, because some of the sections were seeing the administration as being being partial towards a particular community. So the president's rule would be a impartial rule.
If people are thinking that government is biased or discriminative, isn't it the reason behind the chief minister was in the news? Or is it not the same reason you are quoting? All three reasons are not. Don't you think they all three reasons are more or less same?
So they are interlinked, I believe. So there
They are
has
not
been violence,
interlinked.
distrust.
Yes, it is all because of the government. This is one reason, that is ethnic, whether ethnic violence or because of the discontent from the government. All these are connected to one point only. These are not three reasons. This is only one reason, and this is
So
the
the second
elaboration of
reason,
one.
yes,
Yes.
sir. So the other reasons can be that with the coming up of the central rule or the ruling by the central powers, it would give a greater independence in the administration. For example, recently certain security measures have been proposed. For example, ferrying of people from the valley and the hills area, as well
Okay.
as surrendering
Okay.
of the arms.
Okay. One more thing. Currently, the Honorable Supreme Court has given direction to the Union government regarding the remission law. Do you know what exactly it is, and why the court has given direction to the government, and what directions has been given?
So there was a direction that the state high courts or the lower courts must remit the people uh, without the application of the remission being given by the person accused. So it
Do
was
you
somewhere.
think do you think the High Court is having a power in India to remit as per the Constitution of India?
So it has the power to remit, but based upon the application by the accused or its lawyers.
So what they're trying exactly now? What different they are saying this time in news?
Sir, I'm not sure about that, but I think it is about that without even the application, the process of remission can be started earlier.
Okay. One more thing. There is a recent debate regarding the 21 million aid from the US to increase the voter turnover. What exactly is the basically news, and how do you see that?
Sir, mainly Mr. Donald Trump in publicly in US said that around $21 million has been given from the US aid to the India to increase the voter turnout in the country, and that it the money was the taxpayers' money of the US, and it was being wasted in providing these type of services in other countries. So with respect to India, I can we can say that. If the allegations are proven to be true, it is a matter of concern because it would lead to foreign interference in our elections. So, however, according to a newspaper recently, it was said that it is not for India, it was for Bangladesh. So, we have to look at the correct picture in this as well.
Okay, let's come to budget. What is the revised limit of MSME in the budget?
Sir, sorry, sir, I can't recall, but the definitions were changed, I believe. So, I can't
Okay,
recall.
okay. And what is the targeted growth, GDP growth rate this time?
Sir, it was 6.4%, I believe.
It's
6.4.
6. It's 6.7. 6.4 was of the last year. It's 6.7.
Okay.
And my last question to you is, what is the status of budget as far as the agriculture sector is concerned? Has it increased or decreased, and why?
Sorry, sir, I'm not sure about that.
Okay, no issues. Thank you so much, Priyansha. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Uh, Priyansha, your formal interview is over now. Yeah, we have also found that you are a very good candidate. Obviously, there is no doubt about it, and you are very articulate. Uh, of course, uh, you are not an encyclopedia. We don't expect that you will know everything. But what the board is looking, which you have already experienced also, is that how you react in a crisis, and when you don't know something, how you manage that. Basically, integrity. I will put it very in one word. Integrity is the one, and capacity to handle crisis. That is the
Yes.
most important requirement which the board is looking into you, because as a civil servant, this is what matters. These two quality matters the most. Do you agree with
Yes.
me or not?
Yes, sir.
So this is what the board is looking into. Now it is up to you as a candidate to bring that out. How you will bring it out? By being honest in your answer. And if there is a knowledge gap you don't know, you admit instead of trying to go around the answers, right?
Yes, sir.
Which you are trying to. I'm saying that. But just keep that factor in mind. And as you rightly said, there was, budget. Civil servant service, sorry, civil engineering is your subject.
Yes.
PSIR is your subject. So they will expect, everybody will expect you to know your areas, because though you're not encyclopedia, but you have to have the, it's your subjects. You are supposed to have knowledge, and you should be able to carry on the conversation.
Yes, sir.
And when you are saying something, you should be able to defend it, not for the sake of saying you are saying that. Hmm? So just keep these things in mind and try to be more cheerful.
Yes,
Huh?
sir.
Of course, it's a serious subject that you are going for personality interview. It's no doubt about it. But again, your ability to handle crisis will be in the forefront. Hmm? So just
Yes.
keep these things in mind, and I think you'll do very well. Hmm? All the
Okay.
best, and I will
Thank you.
request Shrikant sir to.
Sir, she is good candidate, sir. Anyway, already you explained. Civil engineering is again improving because real lot of real estate, the prime real estate things are happening. A lot of new technologies. At least we should know those. We may not be in-depth knowledge. At least we should know those. Sometimes people expect things because many things are happening in India also. New technologies, especially engineering. PSIR that is happening today with the new world order, everything, any type of things. Only things your current affairs only will help it. With
Yes,
your
sir.
of course, strong knowledge of our PSIRs, what you study, current knowledge, that will be able to. I think you're giving the answers, right answers. That will help it with it. Same momento, be cool. You already faced the ones. You know they are basically it is a what how the interview is conducted. There is nothing to add with your addition to knowledge, you can do definitely will do better. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Yes, Priyansha, just want to add one more 2 points. Although you're a very good candidate, no doubt, just if you can give answer keeping the constitutional framework into the mind, as I was asking you about the presidential rule, and when you were guessing around the answer here and there, so something which is the basis, or you can say the reason behind imposing the presidential rule, your answer should also reflect the same. And second thing, it will be better if you can quote some facts, or if you can quote some articles, if you can quote something to support your answer. Suppose if you could have quoted the 356 presidential rule or remission or something like that, then it will be more helpful to you. Otherwise, you are a good candidate, and I wish you best of luck for your interview.
Thank you, sir.